everyone is excited about the prospect of finally cruising again in 2021. So let's count it down to see when, where, and which cruise ship will be the first to leave a North American port.
As we count down, we will have guests from the high seas, cruise tips, hacks, cruise news, cruise deals. It'll be great.
Hey, good evening. And
good evening.
What a great thing it is to say good evening, because it's normally I usually say good morning, and it's in the afternoon.
or depending upon where you are.
Exactly.
There's a whole new project lighting the place because there's
totally
no daylight.
It's totally different. And
yes.
Of course, we have very different skin complexions. So that poses an interesting thing as well.
I have American, you have Canadian.
Exactly. But we are Doug and Nikki, and we welcome all of you who are joining us now and who will join us later and watch after. We do international travel, luxury travel. We go by sailing, or we sail, we cruise, we've gone on one train, and we do lots of flying around the world.
We need to do more trains.
When we can travel again.
We need to do one little adjustment. You need to move the piece of paper that the dog's on.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So the dog's got a big chewy bone to keep him busy during the show.
Exactly.
Except, of course, he put it on a piece of paper there that was rattling away.
Right.
Threw her off.
Yes.
So you want to try that again? What do we do?
Yeah, so we travel the world when we can, and we hope to travel the world again soon. And we are happy to have you guys this evening. It's always been a little difficult for us on Sundays in the afternoon, just with our regular normal life schedule. So this seemed to be a perfect time. And so we're happy to have you guys with us.
Yeah, new time, Wednesdays in the evening.
New time, same great
Don't
people.
have to fight with the NFL.
Exactly that too. Yeah, or racing. When racing.
Or racing. That's the real reason. Racing season is rolling around, and I did not want to have to do this on Sunday.
And it is true. I mean, we do have a lot of things going on most weekends and stuff. So kind of right
just
in the middle
like
of the
everybody
day,
else.
it was just harder for us.
Yeah.
So
So you want to say hello to people?
Yes, let's do some shout out.
Look, we got. He's like Mr. Reliable.
I know, totally. Awesome.
Mr. Reliable. We have Fisher Fun Ventures.
Fun Ventures.
Welcome.
Awesome.
The Tyler Show was
Hello,
here.
Tyler.
Let's see what else we have going on as we cruise down the chat here. Oh, look, we got two traveling Mexico.
And thank you for being that first one to smash that thumbs up. I appreciate
quietly
that.
reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up.
Exactly.
I think I could passively remind them to hit the thumbs up too.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. I can do it also. That was a good idea, but thank you. And Dewey,
nice to have you.
Yes.
And I also, I will be getting back to you soon. I have been busy for the last couple of days, but I have some things I will be sharing with Dewey on his.
I think it's fair to say that we are not in the travel business,
right?
But we have a lot of experience traveling, and we welcome anybody's questions.
Exactly.
So Dewey had a question,
yes.
And she's working on coming up with an opinion on that.
Yep.
Yes.
We have
lots of hellos. Oh, we got shorts here. Hello.
Traveling shorts. And you missed Alana up above.
I did?
Yes.
Oh,
coming to us from Australia.
Yes.
Great to have you. And isn't this wonderful too? You can join us.
This isn't a crazy hour
and it's not a crazy hour for you, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're so happy to have you.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
So that was the reason we moved it. So Alana could come, participate.
Exactly. Life is good.
Life is good today.
Hello, guys. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well tonight. We got plump travelers in the house.
We got both ends of the down under cruisers.
We got both down under cruisers. Great to have you guys. Plump travelers. How is that camera going? Have you been testing it out and practicing?
We haven't gotten a camera update. Give us a camera update.
How you're doing. Yeah, I want to know how all that's going for you.
Yes. And that kind of brings us up to date on our hellos and that kind of
thing. Well, no, we got Nautical Nurse Nancy popping in. Hello, Nancy.
Yes,
nice to have you with us.
And
so that kind of we will kind of say hi's and stuff as people pop in and stuff.
And I think I want to brag about us that we have regained our 1 million views threshold,
which is a big thing.
Yes, because we had early on in the channel had some content, which was a little off the travel theme,
Yeah.
which was hugely successful.
Yes, it was very, very.
And then we pulled that down.
Yeah.
And like it was like, oh, where'd all our
I
views
know,
go?
exactly.
And we have grinded it out and got it all running and working, and we're back over the 1 million views, which I'm very excited
Which is cool,
about
seeing that
thing.
number down there. Very cool. Yeah,
it was nice getting that little email saying, whoa, you're over 1 million views.
Oh, you actually get an email? I didn't know that.
It's from one of those like services where they monitor your
okay, that's
things.
Cool.
And look,
that's
Eric just a
B.
hello.
Yes, Eric B. Nice to have you too. And Sal.
New to the channel. Welcome.
We appreciate you having us.
We always like new people to the channel.
Totally.
That's
we
great.
Appreciate all your support and everything. Donna M., thank you for your congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's been rainy here.
No camera. Okay.
I will tell you, like going back to the beginning of my photography career, because Niki was the professional photographer and I was the professional race car driver, and I decided I wasn't going to do race cars anymore. And I got a little bored in the house, and I thought her camera looked shiny and nice and fun. Yeah. And I picked it up, and I just sat in the basement. I would like put like a bottle on a table.
You used to practice.
And I would just change every setting and see what it did to the picture, because I'm not a great like reader absorber that way. I need to do things. And I went through every setting on the camera, every kind of different lights. I have like 10,000 pictures of a bottle sitting on a table.
Which is great advice for any of you guys who are like, looking to get, a little more fine tuned in your, your photography skills and stuff. So that's a really good point. Like just take out your camera, set something up on a table, practice your settings and things like that. So you're comfortable. So when you're like out, kind of on the road and stuff, you kind of know where your settings are, where things are on your camera. You can kind of do it by memory, as opposed to just like, like having to look at the top of the camera and your settings and stuff. It kind of becomes
practice makes perfect.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And just flipping back to the chat. Oh, you're playing hooky. I do that. Now that I work from home, I do that a lot during the day when people are live. Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's see, to do 1 million. Yeah. So basically I'm saying the rain is not an excuse.
Yes. So you got to get out there.
Yes. Go shoot a couple bottles in the house.
And we have 2 traveling tour. 1 minute. Woohoo. Congrats, you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a typo.
1 mil. I got it. I got it.
We're good with that.
Yeah. Thank you. So again, for people who watch later or might see this, we have some very, very like some followers, some subscribers.
I'm only laughing because the dog has now moved from your paper to the metal table behind us.
Yes,
I have not figured out how to reduce the noise.
I know, right? But we have some very like why am I trying to think of the word? People who stick with us and who are great followers from the beginning, great subscribers.
Appreciate them so much.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys,
so
and
much.
It's like it makes it makes it to you guys that you love and that are helpful.
Yes,
that's what we want to do as well.
Yes, and so I
first hold on. You have to say hi to Najuma.
Oh, Najuma, hey,
nice to have you.
How are you? It's always great having a neighbor in the room. So I was going to say, because Kona is back there making all this racket.
He is.
I've gotten lots of requests from people to do a Kona short video, because they want to see a Kona video, and I've been like, I'm trying to figure out how to do a Kona video that was travel related, because like I said, we want to. Yeah. So I found videos of him when he was a teeny little puppy. When we were driving back from Florida, and he was adorable in the hotel room,
so cute.
Craziness in the hotel room, and craziness in the car. Yeah. So we will have some good Kona shorts for those who are looking for Kona shorts.
Yes, totally.
Let's see what we see here. You guys to come.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, for all of those YouTubers out there in the YouTube world, collaboration is great.
Absolutely.
Not something to be afraid of, because you're getting exposed to their audience, they're getting exposed to your, and it's not like because their audience saw you.
Yes.
You lose people. You both grow through
everybody
the process.
grows through it. Everybody helps each
grows
other.
through the process.
And also people have other things to offer. Like not everybody offers the same things. And, you know, even just people's points of views are different, which is, you know, I think a great thing too.
Yeah. So I had another thing, which we've had a couple shorts over the last week, and there have been lots of comments and conversation about them. So I thought I would bring them up and see what people thought and kind of stuff. Yeah. And so one of them, which was really popular and we got a ton of comments on, was themed cruises. Yeah. Because we did that. We did the theme. I think that was a 2 Minute Tuesday. It was 2 Minute Tuesday. And we featured like 5 different themed cruises, which all looked amazing. Right. And that's my favorite word. All looked like really like a lot of fun. Right. And we got so much feedback from them. Like we got feedback. Lots of people said they're expensive, but but at the same time, the people who went on them said they were worth it. Like the people who went on to see performers or
like you think of like a disco cruise, because I love the 70s. Like that would be so cool.
I happen to know you have a fan in Australia who would love to go on a disco cruise with you.
Oh, really?
Yes,
oh, okay.
Alana was raving about going on a disco cruise.
My gosh, I totally would love that.
Yes.
And it was like so exciting when we got to see Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, I'm like, I need to see Earth, Wind, and Fire, like, so bad. So when you took me to Earth, Wind, and Fire, I was like, this is so awesome.
Yeah,
totally awesome.
Ooh, so life is good. You would like to do a Kiss cruise,
right? Yeah, yes. Like when you love like a band or like a group or something.
Yeah,
I think that would be like so awesome.
I think members are there because I know they fight and rotate around a lot.
Oh, they do? Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of disco
there you go.
cruise.
I told you. I knew. I knew. Oh, look, Dewey's going on the disco cruise too.
Oh, yes. Yes, exactly. Okay, so maybe that's one that we need to set up as a group cruise, a group disco cruise.
You'll book Earth, Wind, and Fire for us?
That would be so cool. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Earth, Wind, and Fire was crazy amazing.
Oh, they were like really good.
And they're old.
They're very old. Yes.
Jammed it out. We're amazing. Yeah.
Halloween cruise, totally.
Halloween cruise would be fun too.
But I have to say, like one of the best, this is like so side, like when you're just talking about great bands or something. Okay, Adam Levine, that was like the best concert ever.
Maroon 5 for those who don't.
Like totally amazing. Yeah. Okay, so let me know. Send us an email. Tell us who wants to go on a disco cruise, and we'll put together a disco cruise.
I always forget to pull out that Adam Levine card when I'm in trouble. Like
right.
When you're mad at me for something, and I forget to say, remember you were on the floor next to the stage for Maroon 5?
Literally from me to the camera. I was like, oh my God. He's like right there. This is like so awesome. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes, and I was impressed too. For I had no expectation that Maroon 5 as the band, forgetting Adam, would be so good.
Oh my God, he was so amazing.
Like the band. Yeah. No, forget Adam. The band was amazing.
They were all good. Please. Oh my God.
Oh, Dewey's on a Halloween cruise.
It's out. I'm on really?
So what are you going at?
Yes, and which line? Like which cruise line are you on for that?
Yeah.
And Jonathan is just ready to get back on a cruise. Yeah. I agree, right? Is like we hear of more and more canceling, and we actually in some of our videos we've talked about cruise deals and stuff. So I've literally gone to plan cruises and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what the point is, like, because I keep thinking it's going to be canceled, so I just keep waiting. Have you guys been like planning cruises?
I think I saw that.
I'd be a game for.
I'm pretty sure I saw like a microbrew.
You did.
When I was researching that, I'm pretty sure. It was all craft beers.
Right, that would be really good. We have actually some friends who would probably be on that one too.
Oh, so now that what you saw? Saw
in Miami,
his worst performance ever.
Oh my God,
that was terrible.
Oh, so you didn't like it? I like anything.
Well, you like it. Yeah. You just like looking at Adam Levine.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. She likes looking at him.
Like, seriously. And so his what we got
I'm sorry.
Here?
You want me to go back?
Yep. I want to see what Dewey says about his costume.
Oh. It's a secret.
Secret. Okay.
Secret. Mm-hmm.
Not telling anybody. And
do not need to go on a cruise this year. It will become a cruise. What the hell? I will just ferries just as good, right?
Yeah, we got.
There are some ferries actually that are pretty darn close to like those little cruise ships that go
totally.
to and from the Bahamas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Let's see.
I kind of
like Heineken won't work. Oh well, see, I'm with you. I like Heineken is one of my, no matter where we are in the world,
right.
I can always get a Heineken, and it's like a taste of consistency, a taste of, it's like my McDonald's when when we're in China and I have to search out a McDonald's because I want to have McDonald's.
I gotta have McDonald's somewhere. So it's like now it become a joke. Like everywhere we go, we have to see if there's a McDonald's. And then when there's a country that doesn't have a McDonald's, he's like, "Well, how is it there not a McDonald's here?" But there are countries.
There are not. What country didn't have a McDonald's?
We didn't see one in Egypt.
I can tell you one that I know doesn't have a McDonald's.
And there wasn't in Jordan.
But you're supposed to be.
There was no McDonald's.
We were in the desert in Jordan.
Okay, that's true.
In a tent. Like
that's true.
That doesn't count.
That's true.
Yes, he does sing memories.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So that was one of my things that.
How about a liquor cruise?
A liquor cruise.
That would be good too.
Yeah.
Or you could have like like the booze cruise, but on a larger level. Because like out of Manhattan, they have booze cruises, and they go they take like a 2-hour, 3-hour cruise, and they're usually like 20, 30-year-olds on these booze cruises.
But I think that's the cheap booze, not
I know. I was just more like a joking around. Like you just like glam it up more and make it like a real booze
it's a wine tasting thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so Eric you thought McDonald's was better in the Europe than the US.
Now what about it? Now what did you have there that you thought was better? Did you have like the hamburgers or because I know like say the French fries, don't the French fries they put it's like they use like I don't know like certain oil and stuff, and I'm assuming the oil has to be different there.
I'm assuming the oil, like the whole key to having good tasting French fries is basically the oil needs to be oil. Yeah, dirty old oil.
Kind of like dirty water hot dogs in Manhattan.
But
dirty water dogs.
You may or may not did you guys have Grolsch in Canada?
Have what?
Grolsch beer.
I don't think
so. So Grolsch beer came in like the bottle with like this cool top, with a ceramic top with a cork thing.
Really?
That's
cool.
I used to steal that from my dad when I was in high school. Yeah.
And that's from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was back.
Yeah. Okay.
St. Paul. Yeah, he's part of the Orange Army.
Oh, okay.
But yes. So and St. Pauli girl was another one from back in that day.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So these are ones I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Canadians out there?
Oh, so Alana.
Okay. That would be another one.
So yes. So I actually have a client who's a chocolate sommelier.
Yes, and we have done amazing events and stuff
and
with gourmet 5-star dinners, and then you do chocolate tastings and she pairs it with wine, which is like really awesome.
Crazy amazing stuff.
And also here in Manhattan, if you're ever here in Manhattan at the right time of year, they used to have the chocolate show. So at the chocolate show, you literally go to different booths and you taste different chocolates from different chocolate manufacturers from around the world. And then they usually have a couple people carving huge like chocolate. Like one year they had like this car. They carved the whole car out of chocolate. So they do like amazing things. And it's like super cool, for a type of thing to do when you're in Manhattan, something different.
So Jonathan had an idea to take all these suggested themes and put them all together in one cruise.
Okay, that would be kind of cool.
I would almost say that is kind of like going on Allure or Oasis, because there's nothing that we've mentioned here that isn't on one of those cruise ships.
That's true. I mean, they literally have
it's just not the whole ship dressed up for disco. Yeah. But there's gonna.
They definitely have a lot of those
the different
themes
parts
and stuff going on. Yeah. The ultimate disco.
skipped on me. The Ultimate Disco Cruise was rescheduled.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, celebrating
Millennium.
we've been on Millennium.
Yep, we've been
Millennium
on
is cool.
a Millennium in
China,
Asia, Korea, Japan.
Yes,
Yep.
all those. All those in one.
And what do we? Eric B says that the burgers were better in Europe. Oh,
French
okay.
fries, not really.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, see, I don't remember that. Can you get a beer with you? Did you do that? Get a beer with your meal in the?
I don't remember doing McDonald's
that.
in Europe when we were traveling.
Okay, I remember actually taking pictures of you in front of McDonald's.
Oh, in Greece. Was it in Greece?
You Greece, Italy, like Croatia.
Yeah, I do. But you wouldn't let me go in.
Well, yeah, it's like, okay, we have these amazing dinners to go
Europe
to
and you
stuff.
Can't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, it's like, no, there's just something about it. I'm like, no, we're not like, no,
they were just posing there.
Exactly. What does Alana say? We're back to the discos. Yes.
Disco away the
there
calories.
We go. That's,
there
I think that's totally true.
Used to be a chocolate, but now
okay. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you got to watch it. Everybody gets older, too.
And I will be honest with you, as amazing as those things were and those experiences were to try those different things, I almost felt bad for her because I am sure she could not enjoy the bliss of a basic Hershey's bar.
No, that is true. And we kind of had a little debates about that.
Yeah. Because it's amazing. Hershey chocolate.
Well, see, I'm not a Hershey's fan. I'm a Cadbury chocolate fan. For any of you out there who like Cadbury chocolate, that is he was like, oh, Cadbury.
Cadbury has some good chocolates, like, but like the milky one that you like, the Dairy Milk.
Dairy Milk, yes.
Dairy Milk is too bland for me.
Yeah, no, I love Dairy Milk.
Too bland. We have a hello.
Hello, Weekend RV. How are you guys
still
doing?
on the road, or where are we now in the country? That's kind of a fun question.
Yeah, totally.
Let's see.
Really?
Ooh,
okay. That's a young age. Well,
that's a
our
big
daughter
adventure.
Went to Europe. I mean, she didn't do backpacking, but she spent a couple weeks in Europe when she was 17. We were like, oh, I don't know if you should go with your friends. You're a little young.
It's true.
But she did go and they had a great time.
I told them, don't trust any Italian men.
Yeah, well, no, it's not like kind of a joke. I mean, you just can't really just trust anybody when you're traveling as a young female. So her and a couple friends, but they did have one person who was a little bit older. So I think they were good. They're very responsible and level-headed and sharp.
Tough New Yorkers. So
they weren't taking any crap.
You're getting lots of Cadbury love there.
See, Cadbury is totally awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the other thing I wanted to say was I did my conversation with Bernie last week.
Yeah, you did.
I interviewed Bernie, and I've gotten too much feedback. People think that Bernie wasn't really there.
Like, seriously?
I spent
so much time with you for so long.
So much time putting that together and arranging that with his staff.
Yeah,
and all
Kona
that kind of stuff. And Kona's like, my father worked really hard on that.
Exactly.
And to put that all together was not easy. It was not easy. And everybody's like, you weren't really with Bernie. I'm like,
and he wore his outfit, his inauguration day outfit and everything.
You just happened to get it back from the dry cleaners.
Right, exactly. So what do we got here? We have yes. Oh, okay. So Belgian French fries. Now I have to ask you, are those really traditionally, are they like triple fried or double fried to be a Belgian fry? Because I have definitely tried them, but I don't know if that is traditionally from Belgium. Is that the way they do them?
I don't know, but I think we should go to Spa Francorchamps and try.
Yes, I think we need to go there anyway.
Yes.
So, yes.
You took away my mouse.
I know. Okay. I did.
You could have the mouse. You could have a little mouse time. I will share with you. I will share.
And see, and Alana, she liked the fruit and nut bar. She liked that one from Cadbury. And actually,
I like the fruit nut, but that changes it when you add fruits.
Okay, so because being Canadian, obviously Cadbury is big for us. Like, we get Cadbury there more than we get Hershey. So, and I know, because Australia is a Commonwealth country, do you guys also get those?
Wait, I need to stop you.
Okay.
How crazy is that? Hey, Sophia Black.
Hello.
Yes, we were at Massey's
Oh,
Landing. We loved
yeah,
Massey's Landing in that trip.
totally. Oh, that is so awesome.
So cool. Welcome.
Thanks for joining
So
us.
for those of you who aren't in on what Massey's Landing is, it was the last RV trip we had last year.
Mhm.
Massey's Landing is in Delaware,
Yeah.
and it is a
really
super
nice.
amazing RV
park
resort.
Yeah, resort.
It's
it is
really
resort because
They
they have
everything
everything there. And they maintain
cool.
it. The facilities are like awesome. You know, they
immaculate,
do it
really
amazing
nice.
job. They have a little beach area there. And she saw us when we were leaving.
Yeah,
okay,
I think was she the one who sent us the little video?
You sent us the picture, right?
Yeah,
with your daughter. You were there. Oh,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you. He's behind us. He's having his little bone. We try to keep him coming. He gets a big treat.
Yes. Yeah. So that was my Bernie thing. And I'm very disappointed people didn't think I had a conversation with Bernie.
Right. I like serious.
And then I got another string of very common comments. So I put up my Croatia cliff jump short this week.
Okay, the cliff jump, I have to say, when you climbed up that.
No, that's Croatia's the one that was at the bar.
Okay. Out in Dubrovnik.
Yeah.
Out in the back of Dubrovnik. So something that that I love sharing with people if they're in Dubrovnik is telling them where to find the secret bar.
It is a secret
bar. At the back, and there's this outside bar, cool area, and you can cliff jump there.
Have to go.
Yeah.
If you go, because this wasn't a cruise, this was an excursion. We stopped for the day in Dubrovnik, and there's this cliff bar, and we saw people jumping off the cliff into the water.
Yes. Which we've been there twice, and I was there once before you, and that's how I found it.
Yes.
And then I'm like, I gotta bring you back here because I spent like a week in Dubrovnik.
Yes.
In Croatia.
So I went and I had to go jump off the cliff.
Yes, because you always have to jump off cliffs in the
if
water.
There's a cliff. You got to jump off the cliff.
And make me nervous.
And that was the one where there were the young girls berating her boyfriend because he was afraid to jump off the cliff.
Yeah. So me and my friend that we were on the cruise, that we were in the water, and you and her husband were climbing up the cliff.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman at the top of the cliff. There's like a little. Just stood there for because the girl in the water said he's been up there for like a half an hour.
Yeah, he was totally petrified.
He just couldn't jump off the cliff.
Yeah.
So everybody was like trying to encourage him, and then you guys jumped. It's like, and it was friggin' high. Like
it was
higher than what it looks in the picture.
That was a high one.
The rate of your acceleration in the picture, it looks like it was high.
That was high. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so lots of people were like, I'm not jumping off a cliff.
Right.
And I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's I think you got that adrenaline thing going in you.
So
first off, I want to hear about the fries. Traditional Flemish fries they are fried twice. Okay. See, that is very interesting. Okay, because I definitely have had them, but I didn't know if that was a traditional way. So definitely have to.
So speaking of the other cliff, because that one goes up tomorrow. So what happened there, honey?
Which one goes up tomorrow?
Corfu.
Oh, Corfu. Okay, so this one, if you guys love cliff jumps, and we can point you in the right direction of where to do those things, because we always find those. Because when we go somewhere, Doug's like, "Is there a cliff I can jump off of?"
And this one was featured in Below Deck this season.
Yes, it was. Okay.
Or was it last season? Last season was in Below Deck. For those of you who
I was like,
Deck.
that's where we were. That's your cliff jumping. So it literally, again, I mean, it had to have been 30 feet, 35 feet. I don't know. It was really high. But this one was not quite so climb up the side with a little narrow ledge. Yeah. This one was like a rope, and you were like bouldering. Like that's what they call it, bouldering when you're climbing up the side.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was kind of like a mountain goat. Like you really didn't have anywhere to put your feet. And then when I watched it again in your video, I was like, oh my God, that's why I was like so anxious. Like I'm in the water again at the bottom. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to fall off. And it's not even like it was like straight. There was like, a little kind of like maybe a sticking out jagged rock here or jagged rock there. I'm like, oh great. So he's going to fall and he's going to like impale himself.
In Greece.
and Grace. So that was a good one.
So you will see tomorrow me scaling the rock wall while she freaks out and jumping in the water. And obviously I survived.
Yes.
But I did bruise myself on that one. Do you remember I had like a bruise on the bottom of my arm?
That was a big, huge
That was a
jump.
big, huge jump. That one was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we actually have, so you have a co-worker from Dubrovnik.
Well,
it is a really beautiful place. You know, if you want a country that is like just a beautiful country with lots of places for like water adventures. They have great little islands like Hvar. You didn't visit Hvar. I was in Hvar.
She didn't bring me anywhere.
It's like they have fabulous like restaurants.
Well, come on,
great little shopping places. And they have the best bread.
There you go. I knew that was coming.
So I went there. I had this bread and their tomatoes were amazing. And we were going back. I guess it was like literally a year later. Right. We were going back and I'm like, okay, we have to go to this place that I had this bread. It was like literally the best bread I've had in my life. And he's like, okay, like how amazing can bread be? It's bread. Like it can't be.
I mean, it's good bread, but like all this drama.
Yeah, like I'm like, no, literally, it is like the best bread. And he's like, okay. So we go to this place. I literally find the exact place we were at.
You did.
I'm like, okay, you got to try this bread. I go and I'm like, we'll take like the loaf. And we come out and I like tear off a piece. I'm like, try this bread. And he's like, oh, wow. Okay. This bread was pretty freaking amazing. It was really amazing.
And you got me chocolate bread. Remember it had chocolate chips in it?
And it had chocolate chips in it.
And it was warm and gooey and it was amazing.
Yeah. And it was, and then I said, and the tomatoes. The tomatoes in Croatia are so amazing. It's kind of like the cheese in Greece. Like we had a Greek salad in Greece, and they literally put a hunk of cheese this big.
It was like a giant square of cheese on the top of it.
I literally sometimes want to like put up the picture to see. Like it literally was a chunk of feta cheese, and it's like this is like some of the most amazing cheese I've tasted. It was like so amazing.
What you doing, love?
I wanted to go up because I saw Anthony said something about he's going
coming to
New York.
He's coming to New York to move his brother upstate.
Oh, okay. What's he doing upstate?
He's moving upstate. Remember moving his... I think that's what I saw before you.
Is that what you're... Okay, so that'll be nice. You'll be able to see how much snow we have here because it's a lot. Yes, we have a lot of snow.
Plenty of snow.
We have lots of snow.
We did.
I'm trying to see if we got... I think
actually... To travel and tour, did you guys get hammered with the snow, or did you guys like dodge it for the most part?
They must have.
Well, they're a little less.
The highest jump was a community pool.
10 meters is pretty good.
Okay, that's actually right.
10 meters is pretty good. I remember when I was a kid jumping off those things, and it was
right.
I never got to diving off one of those high diving.
Right.
Boards.
No, it's definitely like the diving.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not going head first, but I'll jump feet first.
So yes, Split. I actually did visit Split again. Sorry, you didn't go. So Split is this. I have some actually from some photography that I took in Split that have been in a gallery, and it is this amazing, beautiful port. They have this fabulous like waterfront area with these like I don't know, these metal structures or sculptures or whatever, and it's actually where you can catch the ferry to go to Hvar. And they have this old like church, and we went down into this like kind of this I don't know, this I'm trying to think of, it wasn't necessarily catacombs, but it was just a beautiful, amazing, fun city. Sorry,
Croatia is great. Croatia was really beautiful, which is I was not expecting it to be so visually beautiful.
I always said like I wanted to have another house in Venice because I love Venice. Like I can't go to Venice enough times. Anytime I'm in Europe, like I'm sorry, we gotta go to Venice too. But Croatia, like, you know, coming in when we come in, I'm like, I'd really love to have a house.
See, I thought Croatia was much prettier than Venice.
It is
like
definitely.
Mediterranean.
Yes,
pretty,
it is. The houses are beautiful along the coast and everything. And you definitely need to put it on your list.
And that one's a great cruising stop.
It is.
That is a great cruising stop in the Mediterranean.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you guys get back to see, Neil, your family? You know, how often do you get back to Europe, and do you go to see other countries when you're there?
I think you might need to forget the pandemic part. Like
outside of pandemic.
I know
world.
I've heard stories, but your question's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. And we welcome the Griswold family.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
We're
Super appreciate it. Super exciting. Yeah, super exciting.
6 zeros
and we always appreciate everybody's help.
If only we could have gotten like $1 for each view.
I know, right? Yeah.
I would have even taken a nickel for each view.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's, we put in a lot of work. It's, so I'm happy that people are enjoying it. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So they did get snow.
Right.
Nothing detrimental, not enough to turn a substantial. Okay. So yeah, we did. Yeah. It was literally probably it felt like 3 feet. So Kona went outside and it was up to his shoulders.
Yeah, he couldn't go around. He
couldn't even jump because he was like, oh, okay, I'm right here. I'm I think
they have that.
They might.
I think they have that because we even this seems to be one of our long airplane activities because so we'll download an app that counts how many cities you've been to or how many countries,
because it we started doing that in China because in China I think I had you on 12 flights and there was
cruise ship 12 flights
exactly it was
trains and planes and buses and it was crazy.
But I think they do that And Sophia would like to know, have you guys been to LA? And if not, would you? So
that's an interesting one.
I have been to LA. I have not been with you.
Not with me.
Sorry.
And I've been to LA, but it kind of doesn't count. I was a youth.
Right.
I mean, I did go and we went for a week to California.
Yeah.
But I think it was 10 or something like that.
I actually, it's so funny because I was just going through some old pictures and I was telling Doug, I said, I had in LA. He looked like Robert Redford, like a young Robert Redford. And I found the picture the other day. I'm like, oh my God, he totally does. He was this handsome guy and he was a skier and stuff. So I went to see him. I met him in Vegas and then went to see him in LA. So I spent a little time there, stayed at his house and,
what were you doing at his house?
Just hanging out.
Okay.
and went to Long Beach. So we, visited Long Beach area, visited LA, did Rodeo Drive. So loved LA, had fun in LA, went back years later with another friend, visited other parts. So yeah, I love LA. Is that something that you are looking to visit? A place you're wanting to visit? Because there's a lot of cool places that I can totally fill you in on.
I'm saying I'm not so into the California vibe.
Right. But I definitely, I loved it.
I take that back.
Yeah.
Take that back. I love Lake Tahoe.
Yes, you do. Yeah. You
love Lake Tahoe. Yeah. To me, if you can sit and ski all day and come down and stay in a cool casino hotel, that's you've married two wonderful worlds.
Exactly. And we're both, probably not as much now because I think we both like being warm rather than cool. But we were always huge skiers. You're a major skier, and I, grew up skiing as well.
You're a ski instructor. You qualify as a major skier. Under normal circumstances, I usually do get back to Europe and visit my family once or twice a year.
That's nice that you're able to do that. And I'm sure it's really hard that you haven't been able to get back there, with the pandemic.
It has to be very, very difficult. Yeah.
Kind of like Canada. It's, unless it was a dire emergency, we can't get into Canada now.
Sophia does want to hit LA.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see
but
LA.
When it's good. Yeah, definitely. So if you ever want some information on some, fun places to go, or just even the places you got to hit. In those days, it was I remember when I went to see the, my guy friend.
You're allowed to have seen other guys.
No, of course. But we had to do spagos. And I remember sitting next to Joe Pesci at the time, he was sitting at the next table. And then I'm trying to remember the other, who the other people were, because that was a major celeb hangout at the time.
Right.
So, there was celebs. He just happened to be at the next table over.
I did.
Hello, guys.
MGM.
Nice to have you here.
Yes. And actually, the I guess it's a theme in my life because it reminds me that when I was skiing in Lake Tahoe, I jumped off a cliff. That's where I did my big cliff
And
jump
must be
that
some
I thought I
guy
was
thing.
going. I thought I was sure I was going to die on that.
I
one.
remember I always used
Sure
to
I was
like
gonna die.
ski with people, and like usually a lot of the guys be like, "Let's jump off the chairlift." I'm like, I really don't.
Oh, I did
want
that
to
once
jump.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
That was
really
pretty
want to
scary.
jump
Also,
off the chairlift.
not as scary as the cliff.
Jumping off the chairlifts. Yes, it wasn't
Yes.
like the girls like, "Hey, let's jump off the chairlifts and see if feel like it's deep enough. Let's jump off." I'm like,
That's
no.
why us boys make better race car drivers than you girls.
I don't know about that. Well,
I can prove
well,
that.
that's true because there isn't very many race car driver women who are
And they
like,
aren't very good.
That is true. That is true.
Yes.
And I'm a girl. I can say that. So
you can
that
say
is
that,
true.
and I can say that too.
Well,
Because I've
yeah.
raced against them.
Yeah, no, that is
Yeah.
true. There's definitely, yeah, for sure. So yeah, so that's
skiing.
that's the skiing thing.
That is the skiing thing.
Yeah. And so I wanted to like find out because we didn't really like talk about that. If anybody has got any I just wanted to know if there was anybody booking cruises because I'm interested to know because there's a lot of cruise deals coming out.
Right.
Yeah, which you might want to.
So I think while they write down if they're good, I think we should do
all aboard.
Gotta do travel news.
Travel news because Nikki actually has some really important and interesting travel news today.
Yeah.
And so I am interrupting her.
Yes. So because we always want to bring you guys travel news. It's not just cruising for us. And so with the new administration, new restrictions have been put in place. And as we know for the airlines, because that's been a big thing, airlines have struggled with making passengers comply with their mandatory mask regulations of wearing them on the flights. Right. But now that the new administration has put in place that it is now law to wear, federal law to wear masks on all forms of transportation within the U.S., like planes, trains, buses, ride shares, all of that. The federal mandate means it's easier for the airlines to enforce those violations. And then, people should be aware as well, because there are people still traveling if they're going to Disney or if they're going wherever that, a lot of the airlines, specifically American right now, is following the CDC guidelines with respect to masks, because people wearing bandanas or those little things they pull up, they're not allowed anymore. You have to wear real masks.
You have to wear a real
and
mask.
You have to watch
that
like what
really
it says.
Does something.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
So yes, so before you guys get on a flight, make sure, because this was as of February 2nd that they federally mandated. So if you're getting on a flight, make sure. MGM's flying 11 days. So make sure you got the right masks so that you don't get turned away.
Yeah.
Because you will if it's American. And where are you guys going?
I'm sure somebody in the airport's got to be up to selling good masks when people get stopped, right?
Totally. Here's a fun one.
Wait, before real quick.
Yes.
So she lived in Vancouver, so she's up on skiing there.
Yes, I've skied at Whistler and Blackcomb, and I've skied at Grouse Mountain. I'm trying to think of. I mean, I've skied Banff and Jasper most of my life. Right. So all of those. But
yeah, go back to your cruise news. It was better.
Yes. So and then also too, we'll get back to
Austria.
To this. Yes, Austria.
I didn't forget that.
Yes, we'll get back to that too. And so, so this is a fun one for anybody who loves their private jets. Yeah. So Blade, it's called Blade One and Fly Blade. It's a jet service. So there is no direct flight. So here in New York, people love to ski in Aspen. And my mother was a big skier too. She loves Aspen. So
really?
Yes. Yeah, loves Aspen. So it's fancy. I love, yes, it's Cypress grouse. So lots of people love to go to ski in Aspen. So there's no direct flights from New York to Aspen.
Really?
So correct. So Blade One is a private jet service. They use G400s, and they have reconfigured their planes. So it's literally there's just 7 people on each side, 14 people in the plane.
Right.
And again, mask. You have the mandatory testing before you get on board, or you can submit the testing. And it is a direct 4-hour flight to Aspen from Westchester Airport to Aspen Airport. So I'm like, that's fun. And if you're in Manhattan, you can take a helicopter direct to, they have a helicopter too,
why don't
from 30th Street.
Why don't I ever get those things?
Maybe you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, so the other thing too, because this is, again, people have been talking to Travel and Tour. This, you guys might know this too. There is obviously more as with the new administration, a little stricter regulations with regards to international travel. There's also a lot of growing talk about a vaccine program and having a vaccine. So if any of you guys have traveled to West Africa, a lot of people know that they have to have this, which is your international certificate for yellow fever. I'll show you just a sec. So for this, it's like you get basically stamped and it shows you. Ooh.
So if you give it to me, I can reach the camera.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So it doesn't, it's not really about that. So they're talking about this kind of thing where you have a
certificate from the government.
Certificate from the government. And you would have like a stamp in it saying that you've been vaccinated.
Cool.
So let's see what else we got. Yes. Saw the signs for no gate. Okay, yes. Interesting that they already have those up, which is true, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Get out of here. Get away from here because we want to go back.
Going to Key West.
No, we were up to Austria. Have you been to Austria?
I've been to Austria, yes.
I've not been to Austria.
Yes.
I would love
Tyrol Mountains, Tyrol Mountains. Again, I just found pictures of me too. So
really?
Top, yep. Fabulous skiing. I was in Innsbruck.
Right.
And my family is actually from Austria. And it is a beautiful, Innsbruck is fabulous, beautiful. And if you go up into the mountains, they've got amazing skiing. Yeah.
Oh, so let's see. They got 3 cruises booked for the next 3 years. And Mardi Gras on the end of July. Fingers crossed on that one. I'm getting nervous about our September cruise at this point.
I think the same boat that we're on, you said they canceled the
August
one.
They did. They just somebody was telling me online they canceled the celebrity.
But we had like 27 cruises booked over the last 10 months. So unfortunately, they've been all canceled.
Yeah. It's almost like a fun thing. We should just sign up for every cruise so we can brag. We can compete.
I was
we can compete with Dewey. We can see if we can come from behind and pass him.
Hi.
Okay, so we saw they're traveling in 11 days. Let's see.
Really?
To work. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good. Because
wait, is that the guy on Royal Caribbean on the empty ships who got a copyright strike for something he did, and he was whining about that? Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of cool because he's obviously working on one of the big on big royal ships.
Yeah.
And he's walking around down on deck 1 and stuff where the mechanical stuff is. I couldn't believe that Royal allows him to put that stuff up.
Yeah,
but it was so interesting to watch.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So they are flying to Key West.
Oh,
very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Now you guys just hanging out in a nice hotel or you rent a nice little condo or B&B.
They're flying down to get some key lime pie.
Yes, you got to check out Key Lime Pie Company if you haven't been.
Yes, we like that.
Yeah, and it's definitely Austria. Put it on your bucket list. It is an amazing country, and the great thing about that
they have a Grand Prix there too.
They do have a Grand Prix there. And not just that, when you're in Austria, with a lot of the other countries, you can, go to Italy or go to Germany. Everything is close. So you can visit a couple at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll let them know. Okay. You got a hi here, Kona.
Yeah. Kona's got it. Kona's got a couple shorts coming out.
Yeah.
I got to make them, but found the video.
The trip coming out soon. So far, we've seen no reason to back up. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, and just obviously, it'll be interesting if they change anything coming back into the U.S. because I haven't heard anything yet in terms of quarantining or anything like that. So
Yep.
you have to keep us posted.
Yeah, it gets tougher every minute of every day.
Yeah. Oh, you did. So you did. Now, whereabouts
very
did you start in
nice.
Innsbruck, or where were you in Austria? Because I was there standing. I went up the gondola, and I didn't get to ski that day. I was very upset, but it was beautiful.
Look at Alana's. That one's funny.
What's that? I went skiing in Austria. Oops. Australia. That's cute.
That is a good one.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's so much fun.
I'll give her a thumbs up for that.
Yes, totally.
Speaking of thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up on the live stream.
Right. Yes.
So we just had some other basic cruise news and stuff
Yeah,
that we wanted to cover before the end.
Yeah,
well,
what do you got?
MSC has canceled now all the way through April. They were like the last ones.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Q's cruisers were, had their fingers crossed about going on an MSC cruise, and now they canceled that as well.
Right.
And then we also have starting July 1st, American Queen Steamboat and Victoria Cruise Lines are going to require vaccinations for all their passengers.
That was the first, U.S. cruise lines to say vaccines are required. Yeah. And
which seems so reasonable.
It does. It does. Absolutely. Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
First, we'll do this one. So would you guys go to Maryland like originally? I don't know those places, but we've been to Maryland.
We like Maryland.
Yeah,
a
we
lot.
like Maryland.
We're always good to go to Maryland. If you
Mhm.
have a good place there, we'll check that out.
Totally.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, 1 million.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Bob coming out soon, but that you visited.
Oh,
there you go.
That's so cool.
Yeah, perfect. And what were you guys doing in Maryland? When were you there?
I don't know. I will say Maryland has some of the nicest rest areas on the highway there.
Yeah.
Like it's always so nice when you get to Maryland because they're so crappy in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And then you quickly go to the Philadelphia area kind of stuff, and then boom, you get to Maryland, and it's like, this big nice rest area.
It's different how like each state handles things differently. I mean, it's just where they put their money, I guess, too. Heard any scheduling from American Cruise Lines out of Mississippi?
No, we haven't heard that one because we were just looking at that American
Mhm.
Queen Steamboat,
Yeah,
which is obviously on the Mississippi.
Yeah, I would think it might fall into that.
When is your cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, in April.
April. Yeah.
Ooh, I know. So
it could be because we're in the US. I think it's more the ones that are, when you leave here and you have to go to international ports, because just like France. So if anybody's planning to go to any French territories, like say St. Bart's, St. Martin, Martinique, Guadeloupe, French Polynesia, they have closed down those countries. France has said we are closing down to all tourists in our French territories. So Bora Bora, French Polynesia, they have closed their doors.
Really?
Yeah. And so people that are there now, they have the option to leave, but they are not letting any tourists in to those countries. Yeah. So they're getting tough.
So we can't go to Bora Bora?
No, not
just
going
like
to France.
decide,
No,
like,
not
just
going
go,
to Bora Bora right
Bora
now.
Bora.
Yeah. And I don't know because the Cook Islands and America Samoa, they're all close. I don't know where they're at, but France has said no. Sorry.
Those French are always so snooty about those things too.
They are closing down. Closing down. We are shutting off borders.
Big enough of a mess. We don't need Europe.
So that's another thing. If you're going to the Caribbean, check that Caribbean islands are open to tourists.
Caribbean?
Yeah, because depending on the country of, some of them are independent, but if they're, say a French or a Dutch country.
So just to remind you, you failed this quiz earlier because
no,
Bermuda does not have a Dunkin'. they don't have a Dunkin' Donuts and they don't have a McDonald's.
No, they do have a Dunkin' Donuts because you were in Dunkin' Donuts. Bermuda.
Well, wasn't it?
Yes.
No.
Yes, that's where I actually found the straws.
No, that was Bahamas.
That? Oh, that was Bahamas. Okay.
Bermuda doesn't allow chains.
Oh, that's right.
Right. There. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong place. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Glad I stand corrected.
Yeah. There
so
you go.
Yes, the Bora Bora is supposed
pants.
to be amazing. Someday we will get there too. I think it's still. I'm not still quite ready to. I'm a little more adventuresome. Like it's hard to keep me in one spot, so I think I might get Be like, I gotta do other stuff.
I think I could do Bora Bora.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a vlog. Okay, so they're Maryland vlog. They stopped in Grantsville, Maryland, where we explored the Cattleman Bridge and the adjacent old village on our way to the airport to go to Mexico. Okay, that's awesome. That's so great.
Sounds cool to me.
Yeah, so we will see that coming out soon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Look for that.
Yeah, definitely. And all the Pacific Islands. Oh, so they are all closed. Okay. Because they literally, so those islands are just off the coast of Australia and New Zealand. And then, the other side is South America. So they're basically, where's my hand? So they're basically in the middle here, those islands.
So you know why she's doing this? Because she is Canadian and they actually do geography.
Yes.
I am American, and other than what's immediately around
You're not great
me,
at your geography.
I am
No.
not
I can
great
tell
at
you
my
the
geog-
shape. I can tell you where the countries are. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But open again, right? Because you guys were closed for a long time. And I think they are open because I've seen pictures online. You've got beaches filled with people, and especially young kids like out on the beach in the bikinis and stuff, having a party like
it's out on the beach.
I'm sure she is. Out on the beaches, kind of like it's Miami down there.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, there's beach. Oh,
back to
beautiful
craziness?
beaches. I mean, from these photos, it could be totally over dramatized about how many people are really on the beaches.
Because they moved the Formula One race to September.
Oh, okay. So maybe they don't want them though.
Well, maybe they don't want the outsiders.
Yeah, that could be true. It could be true, especially considering Lewis Hamilton had COVID. Doesn't mean other of them. Well, doesn't mean other
like
people. It kind of proves anybody can get it. Yeah.
Yes.
See, I totally agree. I think.
See, because he's a Canadian.
Yeah. Oh,
you guys like that stuff.
That's true. That is true. Another Canadian. Totally saying that. I agree.
Yeah.
I love to know where all the countries are and all that kind of stuff.
We don't need to know.
He just says, where am I going?
Where are we going?
Where is it?
I get to the airport. I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah. Central America, South America, where Peru is in South America. You're like, I don't know.
I had no idea where Peru.
Where's the Amazon? I don't know.
Galapagos, I had no idea where the Galapagos
was
Islands.
so surprised.
I knew they were in the ocean. I knew they were out isolated in the ocean, but I had no idea.
But I mean, I take it for granted that because I know this, I'm like, doesn't everybody know where these places are?
Maybe some other Americans paid more attention.
That could be true.
See, I loved social studies. We had social studies. We didn't have geography.
Oh, okay.
So it was all about the countries and that kind of stuff.
Right,
but not so much where they are.
Right.
But in any case, we have crushed through
totally
our new
time. We hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week.
We will.
Yes.
Okay.
Or maybe it'll just be me. Seems
same
like I like
time,
to like
place,
exactly.
9 p.m.
But we loved having you guys here.
Yes,
we
we
so
appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate
the love and the support.
Yep, totally. And make sure you check out 2 Traveling Tours, Maryland.
Maryland.
See, again, that's the Canadian thing. Kind of like New Hampshire.
And water.
I don't know. Yeah, there's certain words that. So make sure you check them out because they said they'll be posting that soon.
Yes, and they have great lives as well.
I owe Dewey some information, so I will be getting back to Dewey soon. And Sophia, if you want to know any other information on travel places, always feel free to reach out.
If you want to contact us, Sophia, on Instagram is a direct connection.
Doug
to her.
and Niki Insta. You can find us
somebody
there.
Stole our Doug and Niki.
Yeah. And, you can just send me a message and I will get back to you for sure.
Yep. And that is it for
Thank
today.
you so much.